This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. The city of Sarasota is busy dealing with everything from an overdue lift station to homelessness. But along the way, we're getting a glimpse of some major dysfunction within the walls of City Hall. ABC 7's Ray Collins joins us to sort this out. Ray?
Yeah, I'll try to, Haley. The city clerk versus a city commissioner, and who's right depends on who you ask. This is Pam Natalini. She's been the city auditor and clerk for over 5 years without much public controversy. But all that changed this week when one of the commissioners chose to give Natalini her job performance review for all the world to hear.
Allegations about the city auditor and clerk's management style.
Even though the other commissioners all gave her high praise, Commissioner Susan Chapman went through a laundry list of issues.
There was the issue with regard to the city manager and the being confronted in a what has been characterized to me as a loud and screaming telephone call from the city auditor and clerk.
Chapman talked about Natalini's tension with the city manager, as well as words like retaliation, turnover, temper tantrums. And Chapman said one employee, Jan Thornburg, moved her media relations department out of the city clerk's office.
The public information officer was transferred as a result of her claims, transferred to the city manager's office as a result of her claims that this kind of temperamental management style was causing her health issues.
When Chapman finally finished, Natalini said she'd send a response to commissioners.
I don't wish to, with all due respect, play into the theatrics, how it's been presented, but obviously much of it's been sensationalized.
But they are not sensationalized.
We obviously have much bigger issues.
Martin Hyde is a Sarasota taxpayer. He admits he's not familiar with Natalini's work as a clerk and auditor, but he believes this all could have been handled better.
It's certainly not a good idea to wait to pursue it in the public arena. That's just looking for trouble.
So what's going on here? It's hard to follow. Natalini believes Chapman gave a negative review since Natalini testified against her in her current Sunshine lawsuit. Chapman says the evaluation, though, was started before the trial began, Haley.
So accusations of retaliation.
Right.
And Ray, why did Chapman feel that she needed to do this publicly and not in private?
You know, they had a private meeting scheduled, but Chapman canceled 2 hours prior. She wanted a lawyer or a stenographer present. Natalini has since filed a complaint about Chapman's review.
The saga continues. Yeah. Thank you, Ray. Deputies are investigating an incident taking place this evening in Sarasota at the Village Green condominiums off Bee Ridge Road near South Lockwood Ridge. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says a toddler fell off a second-story balcony around 8 o'clock. The young boy was found conscious. He was airlifted to All Children's Hospital in St. Pete. The Sheriff's Office is investigating this incident. A woman recently arrested in an animal cruelty case is found dead inside her jail cell. Judy Lamb died from an apparent suicide Tuesday night. Deputies arrested Lamb, Eddie Rodin, and Mona Gaiman for animal cruelty. The Sheriff's Office says this incident took place at Gaiman's home on North River Boulevard in Nokomis on June 27th. Deputies connected the trio with the strangling death of a 7-pound Pomeranian. Detectives are currently investigating Lamb's death. The number of animals at Manatee County Animal Services remains high. The shelter only holds 80 dogs, but as of today, it is housing 174 dogs and 115 cats. Animal Services says it's at its critical level and not getting much of a reprieve. Occupancy has been high ever since a recent seizure as part of an investigation being conducted by the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. A group of concerned Siesta Key residents is preparing to sue the city of Sarasota to block the Lido Key Renourishment Project. The project calls for about 950,000 cubic yards of sand to be moved from Big Pass Shoal to Lido Beach. The city is working with the Army Corps of Engineers, and it says this project is urgent as the shoreline continues to shrink. But some Siesta Key residents worry this could damage the bay as well as their beaches and leave homes on the shoreline exposed to storms.
It's not only for the people that live there, but turtles nest there, birds nest there. So for everybody that uses that beach for their habitat, we want to make sure that we have a safe place for them to live.
Without assurances scientific assurances that everything will be fine, it seems foolhardy to continue down the path and take the sand from that shoal.
So far, the group of residents has raised more than $60,000 to pay for legal fees, but still needs an additional $150,000. Definitely a beach day because it was very warm. Let's head over to John, who's in for Bob tonight.
Yeah, heat index at 110 today, ridiculously warm for this time of year, and air temperature actually coming up at about 94 for a daytime high. So we've got some showers in progress in inland areas. I don't see a big problem near the coastline, but Arcadia, you could pick up a rain shower over the course of the next 45 minutes or so. We had some spotty showers across the region. In fact, one pretty heavy storm down around areas between Parrish, and it produced actually some very gusty winds as well. Perhaps 74-mile-an-hour winds. And all of that produced enough wind flow to overturn a couple of tractor trailers, as well as snap a couple of trees. Rainfall, generally speaking, in the half-inch or less in the places that did get rain showers. Temperatures across the region, feels like temperatures anyway, still in the mid-90s across the region, so it's going to be a very hot and steamy night on the Sun Coast. Back to you.
Thank you, John. The Florida Highway Patrol is investigating a motorcycle crash in Venice. Troopers say a father and his 13-year-old daughter were riding on the motorcycle around 6:15 this evening. That's when a vehicle pulled out in front of them on US 41 and Center Road. The driver dropped the bike and he and the teen skidded down the road. She was taken to the hospital for minor cuts and bruises, and her father was flown to a nearby trauma center as a precaution for head trauma. Troopers are looking for the vehicle that drove off. At this time, troopers are not calling it a hit-and-run crash. Road closures at the Osprey Avenue Bridge in Sarasota mark the start of the city's second attempt at replacing an outdated wastewater facility. The bridge will be closed for a year as crews try to tunnel a pipe along the Hudson Bayou. It will divert wastewater from Lift Station 7 to the future site of Lift Station 87. It's the first of a four-phase, $27 million plan that could run through 2020. Residents along nearby Alta Vista Street say that they don't want to be part of a construction zone for that long.
That's 4 years. That's going to have a lot of effect on the quality of life and the property value of these houses.
We'll make sure we get it done right to protect the investment in the city. What we don't want to do is repeat history, what happened the first attempt.
The city is currently in a legal battle with its engineering firm from 2011 for costing them $10 million on a miscalculation during this tunneling phase. Visitors to downtown Venice are getting a free Wi-Fi hookup. If you're downtown, you can cruise the web without using any of your own data, all thanks to local businessman Tom Trammell. Trammell says he believed in this project and he knew it would be a success. That's why he's spent the last 5 years making it happen. Now, after all of that time, at about $30,000, the Wi-Fi is live and visitors can sign on.
I believed in the project. I thought the project would work just fine, and I had the capital to do it, so I saw no problem.
Trammell hopes to gain advertisers so he can raise enough money to extend the Wi-Fi even further. Sarasota County and the city are also providing free Wi-Fi to guests in some places. It's currently offered at all county libraries and SCAT Express route buses. It's also available at city-owned buildings, including City Hall and the Van Wezel. Those buildings that don't already have the free Wi-Fi service will have it soon. Straight ahead, John Scalzi will be back with the official Suncoast forecast, plus why Florida Senator Marco Rubio is skipping the GOP convention in Cleveland. And the father of a man killed by officers is suing that police department for improper training.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Attention. This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. you may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
John, this is the time of year we stay inside and just thank the air conditioning gods.
Don't you know that's true? Yeah, I hope everybody's air conditioner is working full tilt boogie because, oh my goodness,
Otherwise,
110 feels like, oh yeah. So humid out there. We had 97 degrees in Punta Gorda today.
That's
97.
Wow.
I know. Factor in the feels like temperature and oh my goodness, worse than that. Right now, we have feels like temperatures across the region in the mid-90s still. With an 86-degree actual air temperature, dew point coming in at 75, north-northwest wind coming in at about 5. As we head into the nighttime hours, we'll see these temperatures, which are right now hovering around 85, 86, 87 degrees, probably bottom out only about 5 or 6 degrees cooler than they are right now. And the reason for that is all the humidity that's in the air. Now, that said, we did have a little bit of drier air work its way in earlier on today, and I think that that probably helped produce some of the gusty winds associated with one thunderstorm cell between Parrish and Palmetto in Bradenton today. It produced some very gusty winds. In fact, I looked at some Doppler radar estimates of winds, and it came in at over 70 miles an hour. That one gust didn't last very long. It's probably a wet microburst, they call it, which is where some drier air kind of filters into the downdraft of a thunderstorm and helps to cool that air, making it heavier and denser, and then it just plummets to the ground, hits the ground and spills out, creating that kind of gusty wind that actually flipped a few 18-wheelers and snapped a couple of trees. So some pretty big storminess in Bradenton today. But it was inland, as is all of the rain shower activity that we have seen today. So if you live along the coast, you might think, well, what's this about rainfall? I'm not seeing any in my house. And you probably won't either as we head into the weekend. One shower now closing in on Arcadia. You can see that right there. In about a half an hour, you'll get some rainfall there. And then down to the south, another cluster of storms may bring some rain shower activity to Punta Gorda. There's that one storm moving generally to the west or to the northwest as the sea breeze begins to collapse. And then this one down to the south, also moving in a general direction toward Punta Gorda. But again, both of these storms are kind of falling apart, so they don't have a lot of life left in them. High pressure remains our dominant weather feature over the next several days, just as it was today. It noses across the center part of the state, reducing our rain shower chances. It also brings us very light and variable winds, such that that sea breeze starts, builds, moves inland a good distance, and creates the kind of trigger mechanism for the showers and thunderstorms that build later in the afternoon. We have a chance of some severe weather to the north of us. Talk about that in just a minute. Tomorrow, maybe a few storms around a little bit closer to the coast as the winds get a little bit lighter. Over the next several days, that high kind of meanders back and forth and across the center part of the state, and it changes our rain chances no more than about 10%, really. Very warm afternoons, light and variable winds. We're still in this bit of a dry spell, and that'll probably go on right straight through the weekend. RPM computer model shows those showers building in inland areas again tomorrow, mostly kind of dying out there as well as they try to make it back to the coast as the sea breeze collapses. Don't think we'll see a lot of activity near the coast, but a few of them may make it a little bit closer than we saw today. There's the bullseye for severe weather. If you're traveling to Minneapolis, down to St. Louis, up to Chicago tomorrow, there certainly could be some airport delays because of weather. West wind at about 10 knots will bring you a light chop tomorrow. And as we head into the next 7 days, our rain chances only go up minimally, and we stay warm again tomorrow. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, John. New developments in the fatal shooting of a legally armed black musician by a police officer in Florida. The father of Corey Jones is suing Palm Beach Gardens officer Newman Raja and his department. The lawsuit claims Raja used excessive force when he shot Jones last October and says the department failed to properly train him. Raja shot Jones during a confrontation after the officer stopped to investigate what he thought was an abandoned vehicle. State prosecutors have charged Raja with manslaughter. Cell phone video of an arrest that ended in a deadly shooting is spurring outrage. Hundreds of protesters are taking to the streets in Baton Rouge over the death of a man shot by police. 2 officers responded to an anonymous caller just after midnight on Tuesday. Officers used a taser to subdue 37-year-old Alton Sterling because they believed he had a gun. Police say Sterling was tackled by officers on the hood of a car, then shot multiple times.
The initial call went out that he had a weapon, but their investigation obviously will reveal that. There is body camera footage. That footage may not be as good as we hoped for. During the altercation, the body cameras did come dislodged, but they stayed on and active in recording at that time.
Baton Rouge police have placed the officers on administrative leave. Louisiana's governor says the Justice Department will investigate. Big news tonight in the race for the White House. The federal probe into Hillary Clinton and her use of a private email server while she was Secretary of State is now officially over. U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch announced today no charges will be filed against Clinton or anyone. Lynch's decision comes one day after FBI Director James Comey recommended no prosecution. Today, Clinton and her Republican rival hit the campaign trail, taking aim at each other.
Donald Trump campaigning in the key battleground state of Ohio. Joining him, former House Speaker Newt Gingrich in what appeared to be a tryout to be Trump's vice president.
In one form or another, Newt Gingrich is going to be involved with our government, that I can tell you.
Hillary Clinton's campaign hit the Jersey Shore today. Standing in the shadow of the now closed Trump Plaza Hotel on the Atlantic City boardwalk, Clinton delivered some of her harshest attacks yet on Donald Trump.
Make sure he never has the chance to bankrupt America the way he bankrupted his businesses.
It's a blueprint that Team Clinton will come back to, that Trump made his millions at the expense of the working class, unpaid bills, massive debt, and layoffs.
I want you to understand what he did here in Atlantic City is exactly what he will do if he wins in November.
After her remarks, Clinton stopped by a picket line of casino workers striking outside the Trump Taj Mahal. The presumptive Republican nominee doesn't own the casino anymore, but Democrats are pointing to its history of bankruptcies as a sign of Trump's failings as a businessman.
One of Donald Trump's former rivals in the Republican presidential race won't be attending this month's GOP National Convention. A spokesman for Senator Marco Rubio says the Florida Republican will remain in the state campaigning for re-election. Rubio recently announced plans to seek a second term in the Senate after previously saying he would not run. Rubio was considered an early favorite to win the Republican nomination, but dropped out after failing to win Florida's primary. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
We're proud to share a bit of what we did today.
We had a dinner with Arnold to tell him his line. What is it? Is it open up the door, there's a bomb in there? You want to hear a joke? I used to be the governor of California.
ABC 7's official Suncoast Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Download yours today at mysuncoast.com.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Discover the biggest savings of the year on some of America's favorite vehicles during the Drive and Discover event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value, a new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $16,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Now, sports.
The hits keep coming for the Rays, and unfortunately, we don't mean base hits. They lose to the Tigers tonight, 7-2. That's now 18 losses in the last 21 games. Drew Smyly picked up his 10th loss of the season, going 4 innings and giving up 7 runs, only 4 of them earned. That's because the team committed 3 errors tonight. The series against the Angels wraps up at the Trop tomorrow afternoon. Rays pitcher Alex Cobb is back on the diamond, but not in the major leagues yet. Returning from Tommy John surgery, Cobb was on the Suncoast tonight, pitching for the Rays' minor league affiliate, Charlotte Stone Crabs. It's his first rehab start as he makes his way back to the big league squad. Cobb pitched 2/3 of an inning against the Bradenton Marauders, giving up 3 runs and walking 2 batters. At this point in his recovery, it's not so much about the stats as it is developing a rhythm in a real game.
It was definitely difficult out there for me, first time out, but you know, the positives were the arm felt great. I got up and down after my bullpen going into the game.
Cobb says he's happy with his recovery. He still has his curveball and changeup, but he has to make some adjustments to throw a perfect pitch.
Sound like Girl Scout cookies. What's going on, my man? How you doing?
Gotta love it. A surprise chance to meet Golden State Warrior superstar Steph Curry sends one young fan to the ground. The team posting this video on Twitter of Curry knocking on what appears to be a dorm room door. As you can see, when the boy opens the door, sees who it is, he falls to the ground. Curry ends up helping him to his feet. The video also shows here him posing as a pizza delivery man to a room of girl campers. They're just as excited. The Curry pop-ups all took place in Hawaii last weekend when he took part in a Warriors basketball camp. A judge in South Africa has sentenced former Olympic sprinter Oscar Pistorius to 6 years in prison for his girlfriend's 2013 murder. Pistorius shot Reva Steenkamp to death at his home on Valentine's Day. His lawyers argued that he mistook Steenkamp for an intruder and feared for his life when he fired shots. Prosecutors maintained that he murdered Steenkamp after an argument. The Supreme Court of Appeals overturned that verdict in December and found Pistorius guilty of murdering Steenkamp, not manslaughter. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
You know what scares me? No electricity. Yeah, when this magical box suddenly stops working, I call the pros at Mr. Sparky and they send a superhero to save the day. How's it going, Pablo?
It's going great, Mike.
Pablo possesses amazing skill. He can perform incredible feats at blinding speed. Superhero!
Couldn't have done it without you.
Modest, too.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Just to be clear, I don't live here.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Over the 4th of July weekend, 2 eagle escapades. One bird escaped, another was rescued by an Army vet. CNN's Jeannie Mose reports.
This is a tale of 2 eagles separately seeking independence on July 4th weekend. It wasn't as if the Los Angeles Zoo's trained eagles hadn't practiced. A male named Chinook was released from atop Dodger Stadium as part of the pregame festivities. With America the Beautiful blaring and the eagle soaring, you almost expected to hear these words as Chinook headed for his handler.
The eagle has landed.
Oh no, he hadn't.
There he goes, he's a wild one.
The eagle flew right by his handler and continued over the center field fence to the delight of fans.
Free Willy!
Handlers gave pursuit. As one joker tweeted, like most at Dodger Stadium, he wanted to beat the traffic.
Let the eagle soar.
He soared into the parking lot. The LA Zoo tweeted, although he missed his mark, Chinook waited by the van for his trainer. From an eagle that had a fling with freedom to an eagle that had to be freed by an eagle-eyed Army vet. For 2.5 days, a young male eagle dangled upside down from a tree in Rush Lake, Minnesota, the bird's talon caught in a rope. That's when Jason Galvin put his sharpshooting skills to work. Jason had been a helicopter door gunner in Afghanistan.
It was kind of weird actually shooting in the direction of a bald eagle. I was very nervous.
He had to shoot through the branches to get to the rope.
Took an hour and a half, about 150 shots.
The rope obliterated, the eagle fell into the brush and was taken to a raptor center where he's reported to be doing very well. We haven't seen this much eagle action since one named Uncle Sam ruffled Donald Trump's feathers. Ginny Mose, New York.
That's a sharpshooter right there.
Yeah.
To be able to shoot in between the rope and the branch and the eagle, and the eagle's okay.
Well, I didn't realize it was 150 shots, so that's a lot of noise, that poor bird.
I know. Must have been so scared.
Bird's going to need therapy.
Yeah.
So.
Mental therapy, not just physical therapy.
That's great that it got him, though. You know,
I know.
Brought him back to safety.
He's on the mend.
Yeah. Another warm evening for us here on the Suncoast, and tomorrow another warm day. Undoubtedly, we'll see feels like temperatures up around 105 to 108 once again.
Drink a lot of water.
Yes, ma'am.
See you here tomorrow. Have a great evening.